This hurt.
This. Golly.
By the way, my poor son did see this, so.
I hope that's not his first interaction with black people.
No, he's seen you a billion times. No, I have other black friends besides Jen as well. We actually live in a predominantly black.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't live in a white town.
Lordy, my goodness, this is gonna be like a 10-minute episode, y'all. Wait,
was there a black person in this movie?
We watched In the Hood.
We watched Origins.
No, ma'am. In the Hood is the one that we're.
No. Let's go back to these text messages. Well, Alicia did not watch In the Hood.
Oh.
You said, and I quote, you said you watched Origins, right? That was this morning at 12:54 a.m.
No, at 12:54, I was asking. I was like, wait, which one are we watching? So that I could watch. And then after you said you watched Origins, and I said I watched Hood. Do you see this? I said I watched Hood.
No. I said, sure will. You said, ha. I said, I'm pulling a Jen and watching right before the movie. You said, LOL. I assumed you had already watched Origins.
No, I was asking which one you watched.
Did not realize that.
Yeah.
Thought you had already watched.
So no, I was asking to make sure that I watched the right one. And because then I was going to watch Origins. And then I was like, wait, last week we said that we were going to watch In the Hood. So then.
It's confusing. I was thinking Origin. I said, so I wrote back, you watched Origins, no big deal.
Hmm.
Haven't watched. Okay, to be fair, I never saw I watched Hoods.
Oh.
Literally, I said, in that vein, can we push back till 5? You said there, yeah, you're fine. Just to let you know, no, there were no black people in Origins. Just to let y'all know.
All right. Well, there you go.
Okay, so, guys, apparently, Jen and I have watched 2 entirely different movies this week.
Yeah, so there you go.
Okay. Wow.
Well, good. We can get 2 down and then never speak about Leprechaun again.
Yes. That was Jen and I's also conclusion about it. Okay. Well, I can sum up Origins in 6 words. Stupid white people doing stupid shit. Listen, if the first weird Irishman that you get in a car with gives you crazy eyes when you ask him to take you down a road, and he says, no, I don't go down that road.
Oh.
Investigate further before you walk down that road. If the second person you meet in town essentially kidnaps you, brings you to his house, so a Gollum-looking leprechaun can kill you because it needs to get its fix or else it'll wreak havoc on the town, and you manage to get away, don't get in the car of anyone else in town. Assume they're all nutballs and get the fuck out. You would have survived if you hadn't gotten in Mary's car. This is what I have to say about Origins. Leprechaun. Now, I got so excited. I looked up the cast before before I press play. It's played by Hornswallow. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
He is a very famous little person in the wrestling world. He is fantastically funny. My little brother likes wrestling. I've seen this individual on wrestling. I was like, okay. He's no original Lep, but what can you do? And let's move on.
Move forward. Keep going.
But then I kept scrolling on the Wikipedia and I see that they want this to be a darker version. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
For the record, you get more than a half an hour into this movie before you see the leprechaun, and the leprechaun looks like a golem.
What?
Unnecessary.
What?
Yeah. So I'll just save you from that, Jen. Then it's just 4 white people making poor choice after poor choice, which eventually gets all but one of them got. And it had like a promising cast. The guy who plays Henry Bowers in It Too is in it. Some people who have been in other horror movies that we've enjoyed, like Ginger Snaps, etc., was in it. It had promise in the cast, but at one point my husband goes to me, what is even happening? Or no, TJ goes, what's going on? I go, TJ,
yeah, I don't.
Not even the writers of this movie at this point know what's going on.
That's pretty sad.
When
a 5-year-old gets lost.
The leprechaun never talks, and it doesn't look like a leprechaun. It looks like a golem. What they wanted to do was have a traditional slasher movie, but they wanted to cash in on the clout of Leprechaun. Don't do that. Give me an actual leprechaun. And I gotta tell you that Hogswell could have made an excellent leprechaun. I really think he would have been great at bringing the humor that Warwick Davis brought to this character. So that was unacceptable to me, and you can all go fuck. And that's all I have to say about Origins. Now, I will say, Jem, that I have seen In the Hood in the past.
Yes.
My memory of it is slightly fuzzy, but I feel that I can interject some stuff. So why don't you go ahead with Into the Hood?
Oh, Lord. This Leprechaun, this is going to be rough because I was really counting on you to have a lot to say because I was like, this is some bullshit. No, it's fine. Let's see. First of all, it's starring Ice-T. So that's already a rough start.
Wait, isn't Ice-T the one that we love in SVU though? Or
yeah, probably. I'm saying it's a 90s movie called Leprechaun in the Hood starring Ice-T. That's just a lot going on.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, just a lot going on
I love Ice-T in SVU.
Oh, he's funny.
And I love him in Coco.
I've never watched their
Coco.
Show. He's great in Surviving the Game. Love that movie. That was a good one.
Okay, so we're at Leprechaun Hood.
And they never explain why this man in the 70s, and it's like 2 black guys break into this random spot, and for some reason they know that the leprechaun is there, or they know his treasure is there.
Yeah.
They don't explain how or why. They grab his neck. He wants his golden flute, because apparently now, out of nowhere.
So, I'll help you there. I'll stop you.
Okay.
The person's house that they break into.
Oh, this was a house. See,
Mac Daddy is played by Ice-T.
Yes.
They have a grudge against him. They break into his house.
No. You're skipping. That's not the very beginning. That comes later.
Oh, okay.
Mac Daddy is Ice-T, and in the beginning, he and his friend, it's like they're in the 70s, they have afros.
Oh, in the 70s. You're right. I have no clue why then they went.
Yeah. They don't explain it. They go, Ice-T wants the flute because for some reason now the leprechaun has the flute. And he's got a gold.
That makes sense to me that a leprechaun would have a flute. We're lousy with flutes in Ireland.
It's just never come, like, he's never had the flute before ever. And now this random person knows that he's got a flute that he needs to help his rap career. So he breaks in, the chain comes off. So when the chain comes off of course now it's a chain. The chain comes off the leprechaun. He gets unfrozen. And the leprechaun thing, he kills his friend with his hair pick, his afro pick. He sticks it in his throat, kills him. This one had a lot more kills than the other ones.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, he thinks he's cornered Ice-T, And then he falls and ends up, the chain flies up in the air and then falls on him and freezes him. So now Ice-T, years later, because now we're in the present day, Ice-T is now this huge rapper guy and like has this big rap label that is apparently because of the flute. They don't ever show why or say what the flute does exactly. We just know that he's got a rap career now. Drop in on this rap group that's trying to audition for this club because they want to go to Vegas for this rap competition. And the main guy is rapping about positivity and he's trying to send this positive message. And his two friends are just kind of following along. The one friend is like, we should do whatever we got to do. I really don't feel like walking through this whole damn movie, but
don't. I'm on the Wikipedia. I got it.
Okay.
They go to Mac Daddy's house.
Yeah, and
they steal the flute. They stupidly steal the chain. They stupidly free the leprechaun because back in the hood, listen, if it's a horror movie, it's going to be. Now, to be fair, statistically, it's usually been white people doing things in horror movies that are stupid.
Right.
This time, they decide to spread the stupid wealth and allow the black community to also be stupid in a horror movie. Kudos. In the 90s, we were all about inclusion. Black motherfucker can get killed too. It's great.
And then they steal his flute, and then just the course of things that happens, I was like, I don't even understand what's happening right now. It had so many parts to it. It had so many different things going on. Then at one point, like they never really define the leprechaun's powers. Like 1 minute he's just blowing holes in people's chests like it's a gun, and you're just like, when did he get this power? Another scene, he electrocutes a guy with a
Origins. Apparently, the leprechaun had night vision.
Oh, cool.
Fantastic. Cool. Never explained, but he had it. So I'm with
glad that we have a consistency with these powers or whatever.
And then he's got consistency of the powers is that there's no consistency.
And so then at one point he makes one of the friends shoot himself with a gun. Then the stupid one, quote unquote stupid one, like gets leprechauns for dummies, and he's like, we can go beat this guy because right now the leprechaun has hypnotized zombie hoes. I don't know. Don't ask me why or how.
First of all, don't call them zombie hoes. They are zombie fly girls, Jen. Show some motherfucking respect to the fly girls. Those are my favorite part.
No, if they had danced, they could be called fly girls. All they did was walk around in some little short gold dresses.
No, I understand. That's why it's my favorite that they're called fly girls, because you never see them do anything fly.
There's nothing fly about them at all. And then
apparently, by the way, having them smoke a clover joint will break the spell on them. What?
Yeah.
What were you smoking when you came up with that is my question.
And but in the other one, the clover like killed him. So why smoking the clover didn't also kill him? I didn't understand that either. And then at one point they're in a church, like they're hiding out at a church, and the pastor makes them sing. And at that point I was like, I'm so done with this movie. So they're trying to get to the leprechaun. So he's like, how are we going to get in there? And his friend is like, there's only one way. And then they start showing them putting on makeup and dressing up as women. And I was like, what in the hell? Mm-hmm. And then that's how they got taken up to the leprechaun. It was a hot mess. They were trying to sing praise music, but they kept adding rapping words. So they were like mofos. And
then by the end of the movie, everybody's under the leprechaun spell. They all got the neon green irises.
Just the one guy was
left. The leprechaun is now a music manager. He has branched out because that's what we need, a rapping leprechaun.
The guy apparently used the flute, and then he got to go to Vegas and did his rap. And then they had the nerve, the audacity to have the leprechaun rap it. I fast forwarded. I was like, I'm not.
No. We are, just so you can all see the glory that is the leprechaun's rap. We will add that to our YouTube page. Don't you worry.
I won't be watching it, but you all have fun with it because I couldn't.
Will add it, and then whomever would like to see that can happily feel free to enjoy. Jen's drinking heavily.
I was like, if I'm going to talk about this movie, I have to drink because that was a hot ass mess. I can tell you,
food makes everything better. I made an absolutely fabulous garlic lemon butter tilapia today with smashed Parmesan potatoes and was watching that. Was eating that for dinner while watching Origins.
Yeah, I probably would have been
feel
happier.
a lot better about the shit I was watching because
I probably would have been happier had I had something to eat. I was so annoyed and mad by the end of that movie. That's never happened to me before. But it was a lot. Oh God, it was so. And I don't usually mind profanity, but I was like, the Leprechaun movies don't really have that much profanity, and it kind of made me mad. I was like, oh, of course, in the hood now it's F words everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. I was ready for like fun, campy ridiculousness. That wasn't even fun. It was just so weird and so off.
So, yeah, we're sorry that we apparently were a disorganized mess of a podcast today, everyone. We apologize for that. But now you got to hear our opinions on not one but two Leprechaun movies. Something that happened in the news today, so I did want to talk to you and get your thoughts about this. DeFeo of the Amityville Horror, he was the one who actually killed his father, mother's brother, and sister, Ronald Jr. So obviously not the Lund family that you see in all the movies. What the Lunds claim, and I have to be honest, I think I'm pronouncing their last name wrong. Hold on. I'm almost entirely positive I'm pronouncing that wrong. But what they claimed is that after that happened, sorry, I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing that poor family's name right. Lutz, not Lund, Lutz family claim paranormal things happen there. I, as well as other Long Islanders that I have met and know, do not believe that anything happened there. You will never convince us of that. Also, simply because many people have lived in that home since then and have claimed nothingness. So, explain what, but the original murder that took place on November 13th, 1974, 23-year-old Ronald Jr. DeFeo murdered his entire family while they were asleep. He passed away whilst in prison today at the age of 69.
Wow.
This is what I will say. I don't believe the Lutz family at all. George was known to dabble in the occult. He was a weird person. They took a lie detector test. They passed. I absolutely believe that they passed. And the reason I believe they passed is because they didn't commit a crime. And I do believe that at a minimum, George Lutz, who had dabbled in the occult.
And George, sorry, you have to explain, because I don't know the history of Amityville, and I've only seen the movie. You've never seen the movie? I've seen it once, but it was like a long time ago.
Okay. So George Lutz, and his family, they moved into the DeFeo home because it was being sold at a drastically reduced price.
Again, don't buy homes at drastically reduced prices.
They were made aware that it was because of the murders there. I mean, there was no way you couldn't be aware. Whenever I see that, and then you find out 45 minutes into a horror novel that, like, tragic murders happen there, I'm like, was there not a single town newspaper? Like,
right.
I got some questions. So, that being said, George Lutz, they say they only lasted 28 days. I think he was an unwell person. I believe that somebody's fear and psychosis can cause fear and psychosis in other people So if you see the person you love most in so much fear, so much harm, you want to protect them. You're also getting fearful for whatever they're going through, which is why I believe that they can pass a lie detector test, because whatever was happening in poor George's mind and psyche, he believed it, which caused his wife to believe it. But that being said, everybody's like, oh, we were all in the Shudder Horror group talking about Mr. DeFeo's death today, and somebody was like, well, it spawned wonderful movies, so it was worth it.
Whoa.
No, that's a horrible take.
Whoa.
Horrible take.
Don't say that.
Also, no, first of all, the movies, sorry guys, not that fantastic that you should ever have that.
Right.
Second of all, none of the movies were actually based on the murders that occurred. I actually think if somebody, and I don't know that we ever will, but if somebody was to do a movie on that actual night, and maybe information we have about George Jr., DeFeo Jr. leading up to that, it could probably make a very interesting true crime movie. Mm-hmm. I am glad that he was found guilty. I'm glad that the case was pretty cut and dry. I'm glad that the justice system worked in that case, because I am currently listening to Unraveled about our serial killer here on Long Island. Some of the things I knew, some of the things I didn't. I think it's worse when you're listening about a serial killer in your own area and corrupt police departments in your area. In one of the interviews with one of our law enforcement officials in the podcast, he says, he goes, everybody thinks Suffolk County is the Hamptons. It's not. It's the Amityville Horror. And it's scary, and I hope that one day we get to have closure for those 10 women's families. And if you are interested in true crime podcasts, Unraveled is doing a really good job. As I said, it's still an unsolved murder to this day, but they are really bringing to light why that is. And so it's a very interesting listen, and very hard for someone who lives here to listen to. I mean, you must feel the same way when you listen to or hear about true crime in LA. Like, it just hits a little different.
It's weird. We haven't had any, like, recently. The only one I know about from most recent would have been the one that I watched about the dating game killer, and that was in, like, the 70s.
Okay.
So I just started getting into true crime, so I don't even know what serial killers we've had in LA, if any. Well, like I said, the dating game. Yeah. What?
Richard Ramirez, he stayed at the Cecil and everything.
Oh, yeah, I just heard about that.
The Night Stalker. That was a really good...
the Night Stalker, that one, he wasn't in LA, though. He was... Oh, you're not talking about the original Night Stalker. You're talking about the Night Stalker.
I'm talking about Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, okay.
And he definitely was in LA.
Yeah, he was like a few minutes away from me then.
Yeah.
Because I don't live that far from downtown.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at when... I mean, everyone says that was that's on my list of things to watch. Mm-hmm. Because everybody says it's done very well. I would say he's probably one of the California's most interesting serial killers.
What year was he around?
Late 70s.
Okay.
And then also Obviously from 1973, James D'Angelo, who was dubbed the Golden State Killer.
The Golden State Killer. That's what I was thinking of when you said Night Stalker.
Yeah.
I watched both I watched one full one and then I'm still watching the second one.
Yeah.
Those documentaries are so good though.
There's so many on him. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I'll Be Gone in the Dark is the one about Patton Oswalt's wife who helped capture him.
Yep. I just love Patton, by the way. He's fun.
I'm watching United States of Terror for the first time and like he's so funny in that. So
also, speaking about other serial killers, people, if you're thinking of becoming a serial killer, just don't. Just don't. You're gonna get caught.
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually, one way or another.
Eventually. One way or another.
They're gonna find you.
Can you tell this episode's gone quickly off the rails because we didn't give a shit about either of the movies that we accidentally watched.
Oh Lord.
So that being said, how was your weekend, Jen? You went and had a little fun with some friends. That was good. Yeah,
we went to wine country. We're surrounded by wine country here in LA. We have wine country to the north and the south. So we went to the south.
Oh, okay.
Southeast, which is Temecula. So much fun.
Yeah, I live in Long Island's wine country, which is fun.
That's awesome. Are there a lot of wineries over there?
More than 20.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So usually during the summer at some point I'll get like a group together and we'll do like a wine trip for the day. We get a car and yeah, that's always fun. Then this was my work weekend and it was, I'll tell you, so on Friday the weather was 60. I did a bazillion pedicures. Everybody was like, ooh. Today, the weather was 29. I don't know why New Yorkers, every time we get like an ounce of nice weather, we get so excited. There's something wrong with us. Like, we should know better. Like, everybody was getting their cars washed.
No, that's why, because it's like, this is the one day we can get it done.
Right, but we should know better. We should not be doing that to ourselves. But we never learn, okay? You don't know about this because you live in good weather central, so.
Hey, it rained today. So.
Did you hear that, guys? It rained today. And it was still sunny and 70 for half of the day. Jen's not disagreeing with me.
It was like 65. Let me see. What is it right now? It's freezing in my house. Oh, it's 55 right now. That's
Alexa.
Pretty cold.
What is the current temperature?
Right now,
32, Jen.
I don't know why you yell at me like I did it.
Because you did. Aren't you Mother Nature?
I did not.
Fix this shit. So today I was making dinner. And I go to walk into the family room where my husband and son are hanging out. And my son goes, no. You go in kitchen. Ooh. So he's already, unfortunately, living in an age-old stereotype where a woman's place is in the kitchen.
Ah, that's amazing. Ooh, that's funny.
See, and it's not, listen, his father would happily make a meal. I just really enjoy cooking. I get a lot of joy when people enjoy what I made. All my son ate was the microwaved broccoli. So that made me feel good.
Oh, good.
But my husband went back for doubles of the of what I made. So that made that.
Oh, there you go. He liked it.
Good. I'm one of those. I get a lot of pleasure out of feeding others.
That's nice.
It's the Italian in me. How is Nutrisystem going? That's what you're on, Nutrisystem?
Well, now I've decided to also do fasting. So I'm Nutrisysteming on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and fasting on Tuesday, Thursday. So
that sounds miserable, but you have fun with that.
I gotta do what I gotta do, ma'am. I hate it, but I gotta do what I gotta do to lose this weight.
You could just do what I did and give up.
I would like to.
And be happy.
And then I see photos of myself and I'm like, oh Lord.
Oh,
okay.
don't look at photos. Well, no, see,
Yeah.
now that's just a bad decision.
Yeah.
I accidentally went to, well, I didn't accidentally go to my father's house this weekend, but I had to use his restroom, and I stupidly, he has, the sadist at my father's has a full-length mirror on the back of his bathroom door. And I was just like, why did I look in this while I'm pulling my pants up? I was like, oh, that's what cellulite. Ignoring that for 13 years.
Good time.
Full-length mirror. I can't tell you the last time I've owned a full-length mirror or looked in a full-length mirror. I've only seen half of my boob up for the past, I can't tell you how many years. I moved out of my father's house, and I moved out of my father's house, if I'm 39, moved out when I was in my 20s, so well over a decade. Everyone just assumed.
Closer to 2. Jeez Louise.
2 decades. Fuck you for saying that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really put it in perspective, though. Okay, so we've also decided that we can't watch any. I know we're Leprechauned out, guys. I think that when we were planning this, nostalgia, hard, and I'm a very excited Irish woman, and
I thought it was gonna be like campy fun, like
it's
fun bad. It was not fun bad.
It's just bad. The first one was fantastic. And then it's stark, the decrease in quality. Because I think we went from a 4 to a 2 in heel ratings. I give Origins a 0. Just no heels, okay?
I think In the Hood owes me some heels.
Does it?
They're in debt. So
they're in debt for some heels. Oh yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, we're done with the Leprechaun theme. That was fun while it lasted.
That was fun while it lasted. No, I have never seen any of the Final Destinations, but Jen here assures me that I'll like them.
Of course, this means now you're going to hate them, but it's fine.
It doesn't mean that.
No, I'm saying whenever I hype them up, like whenever I am excited, then you're going to know. But I hope you do like them. I think they're fun. And I will tell you, the first one...
I gotta look at... Oh, wait. Am I allowed to talk shit about Devin, or did he die?
I always think he's dead, but he's not. He's alive. It's not funny.
He died.
No, I always think that. And he's not. I think it's because of Jonathan Brandis.
Oh no, you're right. It is Jonathan Brandis.
It's because of.
I always think of.
Yep.
Guys, I've looked at some images. First of all, he's Canadian. Second of all, life hasn't been that kind.
No.
But go him. He's been with the same spouse since 2010. So
that's a record for Hollywood.
Wait, did I ever tell you about Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Tell me what.
Howard Stern apparently owes Freddie Prinze money, because he said to him, when they were getting married, oh, it's a Hollywood marriage, you guys will be divorced, and whatever he said. Freddie's like, I'll take that bet, and they've been married for over 20 years.
Oh, they've been together forever.
And
I love that couple. I think they're so
Howard
cute.
Stern, if you haven't paid up yet, you're really
pay up, homie.
Pay up. I like them. I think both of them are very cute, and
he had a show on a long time ago that was great.
She did, or he did?
He did. Well, I mean, she obviously was Buffy. She had a great show, but he had a sitcom on called Freddie, and that show was actually really funny.
Well, I was going to say the Crazy Ones that she did with Robin Williams was I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know why it had gotten canceled. I don't know if, it was towards the end of Robin's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So much talent cut so short. So.
She was such a great Buffy, though.
She was an amazing Buffy. I feel like we should bring back Buffy and have, like, so Sarah Michelle Gellar's, like, obviously aged out
Yeah.
of buffing, right?
Yeah.
And have her be, like,
Ooh, the new
next
Watcher.
Giles.
The
Yeah.
new Watcher, yeah. That would be
feel like
interesting.
that would be
That would actually be
fantastic.
really cool. Because there hasn't
Somebody
been a
pick
female
this
Watcher.
idea up. Run
Yeah.
with it. Come on, guys.
I'll help write it. Let's go. Let's go. Has there been a female Watcher? I don't remember there being a female Watcher before.
No. I still remember this scene, just such a well-acted scene, where Buffy's mother is saying to Buffy, you know, Faith really seems to enjoy being a Slayer. Why don't you just give it over to her? And Buffy goes, well, she wasn't supposed to be a Slayer. You only become a Slayer when the previous Slayer dies. And the mom's face, it's just so well acted. But her facial acting in that scene is so good because you see, like, the shock and
Yeah.
the process of what Buffy actually, she's like, wait, does this mean that? And Buffy's like, for like 5 minutes, no big deal.
Yeah.
And then she's like, so wait, you died for 5 minutes and nobody felt the need to tell me this? Like, what's happening?
Oh, that's funny. I need to go back and rewatch. I started rewatching.
Fast show, too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Allison Hannigan.
Agreed.
God,
I had such a crush on Xander. Oh my God. Nicholas Brennan. I remember they had them at a Comic-Con. We used to have LA Comic-Cons out here by USC. And Allison Hannigan and Nicholas Brennan came. And we stood in line and I got their autographs. And I was just so smitten seeing Nicholas Brennan. I wanted to marry him.
Brendan when he was on Criminal Minds. His love for Miss Penelope Garcia was so good and so adorable. And, like, you see how bad he feels, like, when he has to take over her computer for the first time, like, before he's ever even met her. And he knows what he has to tell them is going to get her in trouble and he doesn't want to. It's just he's very good.
I love him. Did you see Coherence?
No.
He's in that. I think it's on Shudder. It should still be on Shudder. If you have not seen Coherence, check it out. It's not horror, but it's psychological thriller. It's very interesting.
Oh, I like a psychological.
Yeah, then you might enjoy this one. Watch it and let me know what you think. I'm on the fence about the ending, but the overall story, I like was enjoying the story they were telling.
Okay. Well, right now, as you know, I am still knee deep in I'm just looking it up. So yeah, you guys know, if you don't have Shudder, as Jen just suggested, you can also find it on Prime, Fubu, Hula, Hoopla, Voodoo, Tubi, Crackle, Shudder, Pluto, and AMC Plus.
There you go.
So pretty much everywhere. So give it a watch.
Give it a watch.
And this looks, I feel like I like a lot of people in this cast. Unfortunately, I am not great with names, so give me 1 second, because I feel like I really like that other person too. Let's
see how much the DVDs are. Oh, I can borrow them from my brother.
For what? Oh.
Final Destination.
Oh, that's what we're doing next, right?
Yeah. But keep looking at what you're looking at. I was just trying to see where it's available.
I guess that's not who I thought it was, so forget that.
Never mind.
Oh, no, it absolutely is who I thought it was. Maurice Sterling, he was in Veronica Mars. It just took me a while to scroll, but he was in the Veronica Mars movie. It just took me a while of scrolling.
Heard.
To find him, but he was. I also have to say, I did say that Origins had a lot of good people that just
Pick the wrong script.
I go, lot of decent talent, not in this movie, but they've been in other good things. Like they've been in good things, and I'm like, not
what
this.
happened? What had happened?
Okay, looks like Alicia's gonna have to go to the library. Because the Final Destinations, they want you to pay.
Yeah. I might just buy the Blu-rays because I want to own them anyways.
Interestingly, when we get to Final Destination 5, that's on HBO Max.
Oh, hopefully we
committed to here.
Well, at least 3, because we have a special guest for 3.
Okay, so we'll do 1, 2, and 3, and then go on.
Yeah, and then see if we can. Yeah, 3 for sure.
Okay.
But it's definitely worth getting to 5 eventually. Even if we don't do it for the show, you need to get to 5. And I will warn you now, it's kind of like the Fast movies, where like the first one was actually a legit movie you could take seriously, and then it just kind of starts to parody itself. So it gets a little more ridiculous as it goes. But this one's, it's in a fun way, in my opinion.
Okay.
But just don't expect like serious movies throughout the whole thing. First one's serious, second one starts to get a little
campy. Help me. What? Is Devon Sawa only in the first one?
Yes.
Oh. I want to make fun of Devon for multiple movies.
Oh, too bad.
I enjoy making fun of Canadians, guys. And I'm allowed to say that because I have second cousins in Canada.
That's all you need.
It's probably why we're a very highly rated Canadian podcast. In Canada, we're
yeah. Don't piss off our Canadian audience.
I'm
gonna drop down this week. We're gonna drop down this week to 5.
Audience is clearly my family, so it's fine. That and it's Craig Fay and Rebecca Reeds from Dylan Was Right, because I message Rebecca a lot.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She's a stand-up comedian, and I enjoy her immensely. And we've had some lovely Instagram or Twitter, a conversation on one of the social medias. And she was as lovely on social medias as she is in her stand-up comedy and her comedy.
I like that. I like good peoples.
Yeah. You know who I have met a bunch of times doing different charity events, and he has always been the loveliest, and I don't understand why people give him a bad rap, is Alec Baldwin.
He seems like a cool dude. Like,
every time somebody has something to say about his behaviors, it seems to get swept under the rug that the person that he was reacting to was behaving egregiously first. And that to stop. I understand that you people, in general, just in life, want to hold celebrities to a higher standard for some reason. Stop that. They are human beings. They are people with emotions. And if you are a paparazzi freak, I'm not saying that as a freak, but you've been asked repeatedly, hey, please keep my children's face out of your camera. Assume at some point somebody's gonna get really pissed that you're not doing it.
And annoyed. I mean, they're people, they have moods, they have bad days. You have no idea what kind of day you're seeing them on. And then people are like, oh, well, that's the life they signed up for. No, they signed up for a job that they don't owe you anything because they're a celebrity. Like, no.
I will say that I do, in part, agree that it is 2021, and you should be mindful that people are always watching you. You're always in the public eye because recently, our mayor right now, our governor in New York City, is under some fire for a multitude of things, including inappropriate behaviors in which there's a picture of him with his hand on a woman's face going in for a kiss. And somebody said to me, well, you don't know what happened before that shot was taken. And I said, I wholeheartedly agree that I don't know. I said, however, it's 2021. he is already not a liked gentleman for other things.
Right.
And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. What I'm saying is if you are a person
In the public eye.
In the public eye, and you already know you're disliked by people, perhaps don't give anybody any ammunition. You never want people to have evidence.
Any reason, anything.
I have to say, even like I work in a very small town and I love my clients and I love the people I work with. I often, when I'm up there, even if I am out shopping and encounter other people's bad behaviors, I am more likely to let it go when I'm up in that small town that I work in, because I am a public persona and I wouldn't want...
You don't want to jeopardize your business.
I don't want to jeopardize my business or my public name. Mm-hmm. And I am a tiny person that very few people know. And even I am mindful that gossip spreads, rumor spread. Oh, did you see? Now, I will have to say, though, I am not the type, regardless of where I work, to not stand up against injustice, especially for people who can't speak up for themselves. And I will say that this story did get around town. One night we were working and we were in the suites. So the suites had a front receptionist, and then each room was rented by the individual salon. Mm-hmm. The front receptionist comes and she goes, we were the only ones still open in the building. She goes, guys, I don't know what to do. This woman has left her dog in the car, and it was very cold out. I said, we'll call the cops. 10 minutes later, she comes back. She goes, the cops haven't come and the lady still hasn't left. Like, she was apparently at a neighboring restaurant. Mm-hmm. I said, okay. I said, that's fine. I said, you just go up front, do your job. I finished my client, maybe took me 2 more minutes. I turned to Rachel and I said, I have a 10-minute break. I'm going next door for a minute. I walk into the restaurant. I say to the bartender, I go, oh, and I felt so bad because I was about to drop a world of pain, like, in this poor man's lap. And he was so sweet. He's like, hi, how can I help you? I'm like, you can tell whichever asshole client of yours left their dog in the car that the cops have been called. This woman goes, it's my dog. Why'd you call the cops? I go, because it's too cold for this shit. And she goes to interrupt me, and I go, it's too cold for this shit. The cops have been called. Guys, she hadn't just jumped in to get takeout. She had sat there.
She was sitting down. Wow.
And an appetizer plate in front of her were empty. You've been there a hot minute, okay?
Wow.
Well, apparently I scared her because the receptionist came and said to me, she goes, I don't know what you said, but 2 minutes later, she peeled out of here. Go, yeah. Like, yes, she did. And so we called back we called police. Like non-emergent.
Not 911, yeah.
Yeah, but we let them know that she had exited. And I was just like, why do you think, and I'm not talking, listen, she did not have an Alaskan Malamute. There wasn't a husky in there. It
wasn't a husky.
It was not a dog equipped for the cold, is all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
So I will do that regardless of where I work. Listen, and it was funny because my client, who was actually in there the night that happened, maybe 4 days later, she's at a party and somebody is complaining about me because apparently I cursed. Mind you, remember I said I was in a bar when I cursed? I said the word shit. Me curse? Never.
I never heard it. Never heard it.
Couldn't fathom it. So my client goes to them. So they are expecting my client to be on their side. They're like, can you...
Was it the person? Or was
no,
it telling a story?
Another person in town.
Wow.
Called that I came in screaming and cursing. She had her children with her. So my client goes, well, first of all, why are your
children in a bar?
In the bar section? She goes, second of all, she was absolutely right. She goes, third of all, I was the other person who called the police that night.
You're welcome.
Like multiple
Yeah.
people call.
Yeah.
She's like, so yeah. And she's like, but she yelled at this woman. She goes, yeah, that dog was in danger. Yes. Yes. Like, yeah. Of course she did.
Yeah.
Just like if I see your dog in a hot car, I'm giving you exactly 2 minutes. I'm then calling the cops and letting the cops know that I'm breaking the window. And that is, it's legal in New York State as long as you notify the authorities before you do it.
Yeah. Well, just FYI, if you ever see what my dad just got a Tesla, and Teslas have pet mode, and you can leave the dog in the car and it will have air on and it will have stuff to keep the dog comfortable.
Right, but you can tell an on car from an off car.
No, but I'm saying a Tesla. So a Tesla has that.
Right, but they're electric and you can still hear it.
No, you cannot.
Me and
my dad sat in his Tesla. He got the new Tesla. We sat in there for like 20 minutes trying to figure out if the damn car was on. We were in it and could not tell.
That silent?
Yes. We could not.
Because I have a friend who does that. She leaves her auto start on with the AC going, but you can hear that the auto start is on.
No, you cannot hear this car.
Oh, okay. Guys, don't do it to a Tesla.
No, a Tesla, I think you can see the screen on, maybe. I don't know for sure. I haven't used the pet mode, so I don't know. But yeah, no, me and my dad sat in that car for 20 minutes trying to figure out if it was actually on. We had to call because they just dropped it off. They delivered it. They dropped it off. And I was like, oh, Dad, your Tesla's outside. And he was like, oh. So he got up, and so we went outside to go.
Tesla is on my dream car list.
Oh, it's such a nice car. But yeah, we sat there like stuck on stupid. We were like, is it on? Can we move? Like, what's happening? Then we were like, then we were like, is it off? Do we just get off? Like, do we just get out of the car? Do we turn it off? Like, we were so confused, but he's figured it out now. But yeah, that car does not make any kind of noise whatsoever. So. Yeah.
Okay, well, don't do it to a new Tesla, guys.
Ooh.
But often also when a dog has been left in a car that is hot, you can see the dog.
Oh, the dog is exhausted. He's panting.
The dog's in a car mode, dog.
Yeah.
You can probably
he'll be chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be chill.
But good to know. Good to know. I thankfully here on Long Island have never. That was the first and only time I personally have seen anybody leave their dog in a car in an unsafe climate. And I have to say that the car had out-of-state plates. So
people out there don't do it.
We're a very big pet-loving island. So I'm not saying other places aren't. I just feel
I get you. No, yeah.
To an extreme. I have some people who bring their dogs with them everywhere, etc. So,
LA is generally that way. Like,
yeah,
here,
yeah.
Restaurants have doggy bowls outside for pets, like that kind of thing.
Bars, dude, as well.
So there you go, everybody. I know you came here for horror.
Sometimes we just go off the rails, and it usually happens when the movie has given us
sucks all the ass.
Sucks all the ass, or your hosts have
miscommunication
poor communication skills.
And the sad thing is, I was doing my best to make sure, we were trying to communicate to make sure we were on the same page. Didn't happen. So
no.
You know what? Life happened. Hey, it was meant to be because we didn't want to keep going anyways. So we knocked 2 of them out.
It's over. It's done.
It's done. We're done with Leprechaun.
So sorry. My husband once again brought up Leprechaun in Space. I go, you bring this movie up one more time. I'm making you watch it. I'm making you watch it and come on the podcast. I go, actions have consequences.
Yeah. No. Oh, in space.
Because I was putting on Origins, and he goes, that doesn't say in space. I go, what is your obsession
with why does he want him in space?
Here's the thing. This is what I will say, is my husband, and me too, we love to watch nature documentaries together. We enjoy the mystery of outer space. So I think it could have literally been anything in space. And that would have been the one he was most appealed by.
Watch Jason and X in space or whatever.
Sure.
That one's go
maybe
for that.
One day We're really scraping the bottom of content, people.
like we watched every other horror movie ever made.
We'll do an in space month, and we'll do Jason in space. We'll do Leprechaun in space. Any movie that's happened in
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah.
All the
that has more merit than.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm like, no, not that Killer Clowns is on the same. Killer Clowns is a classic.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's the classic.
Killer Tomatoes also.
Oh, love. Oh, we should do like a chain of like killer space. Like you can link all movies with those words.
Jen, if we finish this up quick, you and I can both get into the birthday party.
Clue?
Watch Tourist Trap first and then Clue. I wish Clue was on first because.
Oh yeah. That's why I was gonna miss Tourist Trap. I was planning on that, and then I was like, maybe if I feel like it, I'll make Clue.
Maybe I'll miss Tourist Trap, take a nap, wake up for Clue.
That sounds like a plan. Because when you said 5, I was like, okay, so I'll definitely miss. I wasn't a big fan of Tourist Trap. I saw it for the first time.
See, I've never seen it. I've at least seen Clue, so I was trying.
It's funny because actually we did House of Wax, and House of Wax was more of a remake of Tourist Trap.
Okay.
The J-Pad one seemed more like Tourist Trap than House of Wax 1953.
I wonder how much AMC Plus is. Because, that's a really good deal.
What?
$7 a month for AMC Plus.
Oh, that is a good deal. But it doesn't always have the same exclusives as Shudder, just FYI.
Right, but I currently don't have Shudder anyway, so.
I love Shudder.
See, here's the thing, though, is there are more things. See, I've wanted to catch up on Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah, if you're into those shows.
Yeah,
definitely.
I haven't seen them yet, and I'd like to.
Although I think they're on Netflix.
Oh, they might be. Oh wait. Apparently AMC.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't figure it out.
No, don't think about it now. Figure it out later.
Well, I kind of have to figure it out.
Why?
Before 9:00. If I want to watch Tourist Trap.
Oh, yeah. Don't have a free trial on Shudder that you can just try?
They also have it on Tubi, and I could just watch it on Tubi for free and deal with the ads.
I mean, that's also legit.
I mean, let's also call a spade that this movie is starting 9:00 Eastern Standard Time. We have sprung ahead. My internal clock's all messed up. Why is springing ahead still a thing?
I love when people get so upset. I like it. I'm fine with it.
It doesn't mess you up.
No, not really. But I'm also just a person who sleeps whenever. So you have a child. I can understand how it would throw off your whole schedule.
Yeah, see, it threw off his schedule.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, too, there's a lot of states that don't participate, such as Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. Yeah. Colorado doesn't, do they?
Puerto Rico, Guam. I just like saying Guam.
Guam.
It's mainly states that get a shitload of sunlight all year round, so they don't give a hootin'.
A hootin' tootin'. I surely do not.
If you don't, Hawaii and Arizona are our two that do not care. That's fine.
All right, y'all. So Final Destination's on the docket. That's happening next week.
I don't blame a single person who opts out of listening to this. I'm actually going to even write in the description, don't bother listening. Just save your life.
We'll put what we're watching next. Don't even.
Guys, this one off the rails. Basically, if you want to hear Alicia rant, then listen to this episode. Fred, cut that, put that at the front, and then, thanks.
I like how you say that to Fred like he's editing.
He is editing.
No, he's just doing the sound quality.
But he listens. He knows.
Does listen, but he doesn't cut stuff. We do that.
We do that. But, Jen.
What?
It makes us sound more professional if Fred's doing it.
Oh, Fred, do that.
Fred. Listen, all the big podcasts have a person they tell to do things.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I listen to Doughboys and not Doughboys. Well, Doughboys too. They're poor people. But I listen to Taste Buds, and Joe and Sal always go to Pim, pull that up. And they make poor Pim pull up facts the entire episode.
That's what we need. We need a fact person.
Facts about what? What facts do you want? I'll get you a fact.
No, I'm saying we need a fact checker so we can keep talking because we have so much
I cut a lot of the guys.
Yeah, we got a lot of let me look that up. Just hold on a second.
Yeah, but I cut it out. It seems seamless.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do it
definitely.
Too.
That is all.
Yeah, that's all
for today. So sorry. Honestly, we might not even
we
air
still
this.
don't have an episode from Friday.
We might not even air this. This might never happen.
No, I think the people need to know. They need to know what happened. It needs to be written in history what happened.
Okay.
But we will get, I guess, we will get you this episode. Last week's episode.
Last week's episode was Leprechaun 2. They have it.
Do we? Was it?
Yeah, it was Leprechaun 2. We already put that out. 2 days late because there was an uploading problem, but it went out.
It's out. Okay, good.
Yeah, already. Let's see how many people have listened.
10. We got 10 plays.
10 plays, see? The Leprechaun, regular Leprechaun, he got a lot of listens.
Yeah, he's popular. That guy. All right, we're already at an hour. I think we can.
Oh, don't worry. The amount of shit I cut out of this, we're gonna.
I know. I'm saying it's already gonna be short.
3 minutes. No worries. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.